Who needs sandpaper to sand when you got zero grit? Never run out on this one. Well, it's sanded down. I gotta go by hand and hit some corners up and get in this gap because that will not fit in there. But just another trick I learned from doing this for a while. Instead of grabbing your sander, say you find a high spot, instead of grabbing your sander, take a marker and circle it. Come back to it later. You can see where I've done it a few times. So then you just go over your whole hood, do it and go back once instead of multiple times, because coming over here, finding a high spot, grabbing a sander, turning it on, going, and then doing this again, then finding another one, do it again, you know, just do it all at one time so it saves you time. I'm gonna pop the hood, I'm gonna hand sand these corners. I believe this just pulls off. There's no screws on the bottom holding it in. That I'm pretty sure it's just glued on. I'm gonna go through, hit the edge, hit all the edging here, and edges here, the center groove, and tape it up and or wash it, tape it, prime it. So it's sanded down, it's washed. It's time to tape and I guess start primering. Got it clean, it's all dry. Taped everything off again, and I did a light coat. I did this side a little darker. So I'm gonna give this about a minute, and then I'm gonna go back over it with primer. If you wonder what primer I'm using, Duplicate Color Refinish Filler Primer. I'm gonna go through and do a nice coat, and I'm trying to beat the rain because I really don't want to do it in the garage. Here's another coat. As you see, I'm working in sections where this body line is. Did a light spray, came over here, did a light spray. On this one, came, did a light spray, did a light spray. Gave it a minute, came back, and I'm just slowly doing the same thing, taking my time with it. Don't be surprised when you get done painting and you come across something like that. I missed the spot. It's the only spot on the hood really though I missed so far that I've came across, but we could resand it and reprimer it. That's one thing about this, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to match paint, and you don't have to really be in a rush with it. Take your time with it and have fun and enjoy it, and try not to stress with it. And that's with the whole hood being done. Now I'm gonna give it a few minutes, and I'm gonna do one last light coat over it. To do this whole hood and this here, it took, there's still a quarter of a can left here, and I used a quarter of another can. So yeah, it took one full can to do the whole hood, and it's on there pretty thick. Like to make sure nothing's gonna show through, keep moisture away from it. There's another spot there I gotta hit on the side. So just trying to show progress with it through its steps, and you know, maybe I have a tip here and there that someone didn't know about and it may help them. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to get views or anything on here. Then that's it. Just go let it dry. Those are the tacks that hold the trim on, so and I got that chrome piece off. It actually just snaps on. You can actually yank it off.